Why effort alone is not changing your life and what actually does? Most people believe that if they keep trying hard enough, eventually life will respond. They believe that effort is the currency of change, that persistence alone should be enough, that if nothing is happening, the answer must be try harder. And so they push. They push their bodies, their minds, their schedules, they push their emotions. And instead of feeling closer to the life they want, they feel tired, overwhelmed, disconnected, sometimes even hopeless. This exhaustion is not a personal failure, it is a misunderstanding. Effort by itself has never been the true cause of transformation. Effort can maintain, effort can survive, effort can temporarily improve performance, but effort alone does not change the direction of a life. This is one of the biggest contradictions of modern culture. We glorify effort, we celebrate hustle, we admire discipline and sacrifice, and yet we are surrounded by people who are doing everything right and still feel deeply unfulfilled, working more, planning more, trying to optimize every area of life. But internally, something is off. The problem is not that effort is wrong. The problem is where the effort is coming from. Most effort today comes from pressure. Pressure to keep up, to succeed, to not fall behind, pressure to justify your existence. This kind of effort does not create freedom. It creates it's it creates tension. It creates tension. And tension is not a creative state. It creates tension. And tension is not a creative state. It is a survival state. When the nervous system is under pressure, the body prepares for threat. Breathing becomes shallow, attention narrows, the mind becomes reactive. This is useful if you are in danger, but it is destructive if you are trying to build a life. A life built from survival effort will always feel unstable. Even when things work, there is a fear underneath. Fear of losing it, fear of failing again, fear of not being enough. This is why some people reach goals and still feel empty. They arrive through effort, but their inner position never change. True change does not come from doing more. It comes from starting from a different place inside. Here is the distinction most people miss. Effort does not create results. State creates results. Effort only expresses the state you are in. Two people can take the same action and receive completely different outcomes. One acts from fear, the other acts from clarity. One feels rushed and the other feels grounded. Same action, different source, different result. This is why copying strategies often fails. People try to replicate what others are doing without recognizing the internal position that made those actions effective. They copy behavior but not being. When effort comes from fear, it carries urgency. When effort comes from lack, it carries tension. When effort comes from identity, it carries coherence. Coherence is what reality responds to, not force. This is why slowing down feels threatening to so many people. When you slow down, you feel what has been driving you. You feel the pressure, the anxiety, the belief that if you stop, everything will collapse. But collapse only happens when effort is the only thing holding life together. When effort relaxes and life continues, something important becomes clear. You are never being held up by effort alone. This realization can be unsettling at first. If effort is not the cause, then what is? The answer is simpler than most people expect. Life responds to internal permission, to what you allow yourself to expect, to what you believe is possible for you, to what feels normal to receive. Effort tries to earn, permission allows. A person who does not feel permitted to rest will never feel fulfilled, no matter how much they achieve. A person who does not feel permitted to receive will never feel supported, no matter how much help appears. Modern life teaches us that permission must be earned after success, after suffering, after proving ourselves, but permission is internal. And until it changes, effort only maintains the loop. This is where many people feel confused. They say, if I stop pushing, nothing will happen. But what actually happens is that a different kind of movement begins. Action becomes more precise. Instead of doing everything, you do what matters. Instead of reacting, you choose. Instead of forcing momentum, you follow clarity. This not mean life becomes passive, it becomes directed. The absence of pressure does not reduce effectiveness, it increases it. When effort comes from clarity, it feels lighter. There is less internal resistance, less second guessing, less emotional exhaustion. This is why some people seem to progress faster, with less struggle. They are not doing less, they are doing less from fear. This shift does not happen overnight. It begins with awareness. Notice when effort feels tense. Notice when action feels urgent. Notice when movement feels compulsive. These signals are informations. They are not instructions. You don't need to judge them. You need to listen. The moment you stop obeying pressure, automatically something inside begins to reorganize. The nervous system learns that safety does not depend on constant effort, and when safety increases, clarity returns. From clarity, a different life begins to form. When effort stops being the center of your life, many people expected everything to slow down. They imagine stagnation, they imagine loss of momentum, they imagine falling behind. But that is not what actually happens. What happens is recalibration. The nervous system begins to settle. Breathing deepens, attention widens, thought becomes clearer. It is not relaxation for comfort. This is regulation for perception. The nervous system perceives options that a pressured system cannot see. This is why so many people feel stuck, not because they are not opportunities, but because their system is too contract to recognize them. Pressure narrows perception, clarity expands it. When effort is no longer driven by fear, you begin to notice subtle signals. What feels aligned, what feels draining, what feels necessary, what feels forced. These sensations are not emotional reactions, they are intelligence. Most people were taught to override this intelligence. They learn to push past discomfort, to ignore exhaustion, to distrust easy, and so they confuse exhaustion with commitment and tension with progress. But tension is not progress, it is friction. When friction decreases, movement becomes smoother. No, not faster, smoother. And smooth movement covers more distance over time. This is where many people misunderstand easy. They think easy means laziness, but easy actually requires more awareness. You have to be present to act without pressure. Effort driven by fear is automatic. Effort driven by clarity is intentional. Intentional action feels quieter. There is less internal noise, less arguing with yourself, less emotional charge attached to outcomes. This is when life starts responding differently, not dramatically, subtly. You might notice that conversations change, people interrupt you less, they listen more, they respond with less resistance, not because you change your words, but because your state changed. You might notice that opportunities appear without force. Someone mentions something casually, and an idea surfaces unexpectedly. A door opens without struggle. These moments are not luck, they are coherence. When your internal state is coherent, reality does not need to push against you. It flows. This is especially noticeable in work and money. When effort is driven by pressure, you tend to overwork and under-receive. You do more than necessary and feel undercompensated. When effort comes from clarity, you become selective. You stop saying yes to people, you stop proving your value, you stop chasing validation. Your value becomes more visible. Money responds to clarity, not because clarity is magical, but because it produces clear decisions, clear communication, clear times. People often think they need to work harder to earn more, but very often they need to stop working against themselves. You stop narrating your life as a struggle. It was shaping perception. When you drop the story of struggle, you don't deny challenges. Challenges become tasks, problem becomes information. This emotional neutrality is deeply stabilizing. With more available mental energy, you think better, you choose better, you anticipate consequences more accurately. This is why effort alone cannot replace internal alignment. Alignment generates it. At some point, you may notice that you are doing less but accomplishing more. This is not coincidence, this is leverage. Another important change occurs in waiting. When effort drives your life, waiting feels unbearable. Waiting feels like failure. When clarity drives your life, waiting feels neutral. It is not exciting, it is not threatening, it is simply part of the time. When you no longer interpret waiting as danger, your body relaxes. Interference often looks like effort, but is actually mistrust. When you trust the internal signal, you don't need to override it. You don't need to rush. You don't need to control every step. This responsiveness is what allows life to meet you halfway. In everyday life, the difference between effort driven living and clarity driven living shows up in small moments, not in big decisions, in ordinary ones. This feeling often masquerades as responsibility, but responsibility does not feel like panic. You act because the action fits, not because you are afraid of the consequences. One practical way to notice the difference is to pay attention to your inner dialogue right before you act. If your thoughts sound like I should, I have to, if I don't do this, everything will fall apart, that is effort driven by fear. If your thoughts sound like this makes sense now, this is the next clean step, I can wait if needed, that is action driven by clarity. Many people confuse business with value. They believe that being constantly occupied is proof of worth, so they fill their time. They respond immediately and they feel exhausted. Clarity introduces discernment. These questions are not lazy, they are intelligent. Is this actually necessary? Is this mine to carry? As discernment increases, effort becomes more effective. When clarity drives connection, presence replaces performance. People often respond positively to this change without knowing why. This safety is not something you give them, it is something you stop taking away by removing internal urgency. When, when clarity enters the relationship with money, changes. You become more selective. You recognize which efforts produce returns. This doesn't mean money appears magically. It means your actions become clearer. Another important shift happens internally. You stop narrating your life as something you must constantly manage. This mental quiet is not emptiness, it is space. One of the most practical skills you can develop is learning when not to act. Non-action, it is not avoidance when it comes from clarity. It is restraint. Restraint protects energy. Energy is what allows sustained creation. As alignment increases, effort naturally recalibrates. We still show up, we still act, we still engage, but actions feels proportionate balance. This emotional neutrality creates resilience. You recover faster, you adjust without spiraling. Over time, this creates a complete different relationship with life. When life presents a challenge, you respond instead of react. You choose instead of rush. Eventually, you may notice something subtle but profound. You stop measuring your worth, but how hard you are trying. And when your presence becomes the baseline, effort becomes a tool, not an identity. This is what actually changes a life. Not pushing harder, not forcing outcomes, but learning how to start from the right place inside. At some point, effort stops being the solution and starts being the question. When effort is asked to replace identity, it becomes endless. But when effort returns to its proper place, something shifts. Because life responds to cooperation much more easily than it responds to force. This is why the deepest change is not external, it is internal permission. Waiting does not mean nothing is happening. Waiting, when grounded, is often when the most important adjustments occur, not in the world, but in you.